We're really interested in understanding how young people can settle in schools. We're really curious about belonging. These are things that are very difficult for us to change necessarily in a mental health service or in a clinic setting. But actually, such an important factor is whether young people feel lonely, often closely related to a sense of belonging. At a head teachers conference, the theme of belonging was prominent, and teachers were asking, what is it that schools can do to support belonging in schools? This is why we added this question into the OxWell 2025 survey. We went to students, we asked them, how should we ask about school belonging? What options should we give them? And this is how this question came about.
I think it's important to do the survey because it helps communicate to the teachers what we're thinking. And if it's a majority, then it's easier for them to know that they have to listen to it.
And this year we asked students, out of around 20 options, what makes you feel most like you're part of the school community? And the findings were super interesting. The number one finding was that school trips were what made students feel most part of their school community. So really importantly, our finding about school trips was generalized across every type of risk group that we looked at. So for example, we looked at young people who said that they often felt lonely, who might, for example, not necessarily always feel part of their school. We also looked at young people who are often absent from school, so a group that might be at risk of disengaging from school altogether. But no matter which group we looked at, school trips kept coming up as number one, which says to us that this might be a really universal approach for getting students to feel like they're part of their school.
We really try and make some school trips an absolute entitlement for every child, making reasonable adjustments for needs as and when. So, like many schools, we have a Year 7 camp, but we really do work very hard with parents and carers to ensure every single Year 7 goes. There may be some that don't stay the full night or have a parent nearby, but we really want everyone to get that benefit.
I've always hated walking and I've always hated camping. But doing that, it was rough, but I was definitely happy I tried. And that led to me also volunteering for Year 7 camp last year, where I got to help plan activities for the Year 7s. And it also led to me planning a camping trip with my family that same summer. So I'm really happy I went. When I didn't go on them, I was always in school. I was staying in the same place. I wasn't going anywhere new. School trips was a really good chance for me to actually see new things and just broaden my views.
It's an opportunity for them to meet new people, connect with friends that they already know, and even form relationships with school staff in ways that they might not get to in the everyday.
I connected with a bunch of the teachers and also the other student leaders because we were all different year groups. Obviously the teachers were adults and then there were Year 7s, there were Year 7s, there were Year 13s, there were Year 11s. And I've never really spoken to anyone outside my year group, so I was really happy to just be able to speak to other people that I'd never really met before. We're a bit lower than them in some way, but with Year 7 camp, I could speak about anything, and now I have a really good connection with almost all my teachers.
Teachers play such an important role for kids, not just in imparting knowledge, but also in how they treat them, how they interact, what they model. And actually a school trip is a way to observe a teacher dealing with a lot of chaos, dealing with unprepared and unplanned events as well. And all of that is essential parts of learning too.
For me, it doesn't have to be far away from school for me to have fun. I think just going somewhere new, for me, it's just a really good experience.
It's difficult, it takes time, it takes planning, but if it enables young people to learn better, if it gives them an opportunity to interact and make new networks either with adults or other kids, it's an incredibly worthwhile activity.
To a teacher, I would say that it really is worth it because it helps us see things and absorb information better than just being told it.
Do arrange school trips because it really will help students in their future. Because example, if I hadn't gone to Tate Modern, I don't think I would have really been pushed to start sculpture art. So I feel like if teachers do it, then it will help a lot of students, especially in their future.